There's a woman crying in pain. She could be your neighbor. Take a listen. You will hear the voice of a woman screaming as she's been beaten. No fault of her own.
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Well, something is wrong here this morning. Yeah, good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott.
And I'm Devon Romain.
Yes, indeed.
Civil society, she tells the police, please don't worry. Then tell the neighbors to mind their business. Her black eyes and bruises are not their entries. Woman, you keep taking licks like your skin is leather. Sometimes you take it in front your daughter. You are prisoner in your own prison. He tells you, honey, I will always love you. Look at the way how he show love to you. You are prisoner in your own prison. The situation so damn terrible. So for your daughter, show some example. You are prisoner in your own prison. You have the keys to lose the chain, but you live in fear, and so you remain a prisoner in your own.
Yeah, let's try that again. Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott.
And I'm Devon Romain.
Yeah, so it works now. Yeah, it works now. Great. Yeah, that's sorting out. That part is up and running. Yes, indeed. Saying a very special good morning to each and every one of you out there. Yeah, that song that's coming down, that's from Denson. Yeah, Denson. Brother Denson, up there, Paradise.
Oh yes.
Denson Lewis. His name is Lewis and he's from Paradise. Yeah, them people doesn't lose, huh? Denson, good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. Yeah, he's been doing a little good. I think he's in the Roots, man. Calypso tent. Yeah, man, I have a tune there. It's saying Roots, man. When I play in the tune, it's not saying Roots, man. I don't understand what's going on here. What is this now? Yeah?
Morning to everyone. It's a beautiful morning in Spice Country.
Yeah.
Beautiful Grenada.
You wanna try a Roots, man, Kelly?
Yeah, let's see the Reigning King.
Let's try a bit of the Roots, man.
Hey, we have so much artists, yeah, in Grenada. An artist came from abroad to perform in a yard. His performance was exceptionally great, so we gave him a second chance to repeat his performance and open a school for him to educate. As the time went by, students qualify to become a great artist just like he. Now that they multiply, hence the reason why we have so much artists in this country. Now, anywhere you turn, in the country or in the town, he's artist, how can artist? No pen brushing hand, abstract painting they putting down. He's artist, how can artist? But the artists are making the most money. Those in the con artist industry. If you look around, you go see a rise in the con artist industry.
Yes, man, real artists.
So real artists in
Yes, indeed. Yes, folks, Rootsman Kelly, the reigning Calypso monarch. 2017. Yeah, 2018, the Magia shaping up noise.
Artists.
Yes, indeed.
So they end up in a party.
Devon, let's make a commitment that we would pass to as much of the tents as possible. So the Big Bads, the Rootsman tent, I know the Northwest Brigade, I believe, will come up with their tent. So as much of the tents that are up and running, let's try and see how we could pass by some of them.
Yeah, I missed the Kaiso bars already. I think it was last weekend at Deluxe. But they're performing again tonight somewhere in the Carnage in Soca City. It is, yeah. I think they're performing there. And so,
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what's the feature tonight at the Carnival City. So I just sent off a message there to our good friend Mr. Sita Hall to see what is the latest at, because tonight is Thursday night. Carnival City will be in action tonight.
Definitely.
I'm just trying to find out exactly what's the feature tonight at Carnival City. Then we know tomorrow, Friday night, we have the preliminary round. What do you say? Quarterfinal. Some people say quarterfinal, some say preliminary. So I know which one to call it. But tomorrow night, you're going to have what I consider to be like the quarterfinals of the Groovy Monarch.
First group of artists.
Yeah. 31, then 31 again on Saturday night and 31 on Sunday night. So in this instance, just 3 groups. Huh? Yeah. So in all, that's what? That's 63? No, not 63. 93. Sorry, 93. Yeah, artists. Yeah. So 93 artists, they'll be up and in action over the next few nights, and they'll be going after the reigning Groovy Monarch, Dash. Yeah. That could be a nice one. That could be a nice one. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, also the Prime Minister's Ministry cruise by, the yearly cruise that it does have. Yeah, the committee, the fundraising committee at the Prime Minister's Ministry, they have their cruise on Saturday night, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, about the Rum Runner too. So that's going to be taking place on Saturday. If you didn't get your tickets yet, you better check the PMO, check one of the members of staff and get your tickets. Yeah, man. Boy, watch that cruise.
I free that.
Whoa. That cruise will be nice. That cruise will be nice. That cruise will be nice. Yeah. Take what I tell you. That cruise will be nice.
Good morning to everyone on the live so far. Wonderful, beautiful morning in Grenada. Hey, Toronto, New York, wherever you are. Special good morning to you.
And folks, let's say a special good morning to those of you in the environmental department. Yeah, those are the vector officers there. Nice. Yeah, vector control. Yeah, so yesterday they would have been in St. Paul's and the environs from 5 p.m. Today they're heading to Lagoon Road and environs.
Well, I was in contact with them yesterday up at the Manjalu, at the home. They came and they did an excellent job. As a matter of fact, they visited earlier on, do some inspection and came back in the afternoon. I want to say a special good morning to the entire crew, both from St. George's, St. Andrews, wherever you're from. These guys are teaming up to deal with the whole question of the mosquito and you know, other areas and so. All right, special good morning to you and continue the good work to all the members of the Ministry of Health staff.
Continue to say the guys and girls, because that's some ladies' day. Yeah, and them ladies and them working just as hard as them man and them. In fact, in some instances harder.
Some of them looking like man when they dress in the overall. You can't make a difference.
Yeah, they're working just as hard. Good looking ladies, you know. But when they put on the overall and you can't tell. They're working hard.
And they pumping the machine too. That's what make a difference. Most is women that pumping the fogging machines.
Yeah, and they handling, boy.
And they handling.
The thing with this,
kudos to you ladies.
I think Grenada is a model to a lot of places when it comes to women.
Yeah.
And Grenadians, men as well as women, you need to give yourselves a pat on the back, because when you travel to other countries and you hear people speak about involvement of women and women in this and women in that, you get to realize that we're advanced here in Grenada, you know.
Women in Grenada, they're proactive.
And we ain't just reaching it and just getting from the days of Sir Eric Matthew Gary,
we've been there.
Come through the revolution. And since then, especially with this new National Party administration, women have been playing a significant part in how our country moves forward.
The leadership.
Yeah, you talk about people like Miss Nadia Benjamin and so on. Miss Maskell, was it? Maskell? What's the name of the other lady? Back in the days of Gary's,
Maskell, I think,
of the Gary regime. There were 1 or 2 females that were involved. One of the historians go and hit me a message Gary, or so. Miss Gary again in the seat, the St. David seat. Miss Gary never lose that St. David seat.
I wonder.
No, as long as she runs, she never lose. Then you had the governor. The governor at the point in time, that Dame Hilda Bino. So you had empowerment of women under this Eric Matthew Gary regime. As much as they say all kind of thing about Uncle Gary.
Gloria Payne Banfield.
A
woman, you know, that started through there. Even the late Nordica McIntyre. All right.
So as much as they said about Eric Matthew Gary and he this and he that and he this and he that, he empowered women.
Oh yeah.
And that continued into the revolution. As much as people may not like to hear the name Phyllis Court.
Yeah.
was a woman.
Yeah.
She did hold a significant position within.
Jacqueline Kreff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Bishop's wife. And so and there were a number of other women and so who Cornwall and Miss Stroud and young women at that, they started at a young age getting involved in the actual running of the country, right? During Gary time and during the revolution. And that was the beginning, I think, of the race to women empowerment in Grenada.
Yes, indeed.
From the Gary era right up. You know?
Yeah, so that, I mean, it's been a wonderful one. And then I think the revolution took it a step further. Now, a lot of women still under the period of Sir Eric Matthew Gary, even though you had these ladies that did this excellent job and were there in government and holding senior positions and winning seats and that sort of thing, the revolution sort of gave ladies that sort of thing that they believed they not believe because it's a fact. They realized that they're on the same level with the men. So whether it was part the militia,
women's organization,
whether the women's organization was a strong organization.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was a powerful organization during the revolution. Mm-hmm. The National Women's Organization, NWO.
Yeah, you know? Even youth again.
Yeah,
youth.
NYO.
Yeah, even though under Sir Eric Matthew Gary, you had the first Minister of Youth, which would have been our good friend there, Winston White. The Parliamentary Secretary to Responsibility for Youth as a senator.
Back then was one of the youngest.
Yeah, and so it would have started there. And you had other young people at that point in time that Sir Eric Matthew Gary had around him. Like then Ashton Frame would have been a young boy at that point. Ashton Frame afro and all kind of thing. They look a bell bottom pants and thing. They looking sharp, boy.
Mr. Frame.
Yeah, Mr. Ashton Frame. Yeah, man. You saw them looking sharp. You know, you had to look sharp when you were around Uncle.
Started really young. Uncle was a very good dresser, man. Young dresser. And then during the revolution, if you check, most of the leaders during the revolution were in their 20s.
Well, that's the thing. That's why nearly all of them are still around. Because these were basically guys in the 20s was in charge of the army and so on.
And I remember leading in the government.
Yeah.
You
in
look
the
at
20s and the
Ewart
30s.
Lane and Bogo Cornwall.
The oldest person probably was in the 40s.
Yeah, might have been
That would have
Austin.
been called Austin.
Austin.
He'd have been in his 40s.
Austin, and you had Mr. Bain and Eunice Whiteman. They were the ahead, but from Morris Bishop. Even Bernard Code was about, at the time of the revolution, was perhaps in his late 30s. And then you had guys in the 1920s, 21. When you look at Ewart Lane and them, they were 20, 21 when they took power, you know, and many other young people. Look at the symbol again of the revolution with a young girl in high school. So you see the youth involvement from, you know.
I lost that picture though.
Yeah, it's a picture that's there wrong though. It's, you know.
I'll probably have to go to the Marisho House Library to find that.
Yeah. Can't remember. What's her name? It's a Lewis. Her surname is Lewis.
Right, somebody go call who knows your name.
Yeah, Lewis.
Somebody trying to call. Let's see who trying to call.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Hearing all you talking about these ladies and things, I think one of the ladies what used to act as acting Governor General during the Gary time was Mary Jo McIntyre. She did act at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another woman again.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
All right,
my brother. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Yeah.
No, that can't be seen. And then we have the present Governor General.
Yeah, but even before then, let's see. You had people like Joan Purcell.
Yes, Joan Purcell.
This lady was the leader of the opposition. Oh boy, her house was the first place I ever visited in St. Andrew, and it's a crying shame to me to see what it's come to now. Her house up on Salisbury there.
What's her name again?
Her name is slipping me. The
opposition leader.
Yeah, the last time I saw her would have been at the home in Springs. Yeah. She was at the home in Springs. Oh boy, somebody call me. Somebody must remember the name. Her name. She was opposition leader between 1990 and 1995. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning, my friend.
Brother Sheldon.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Morning to you. You're missing out Miss Whipple Ned, man.
Yes, man.
Whipple
Call name.
Ned under the Gary era.
Call name.
Yes. Whipple Ned. Yes.
That's the lady you had to mention.
Yes, indeed. We have to.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Whipple Ned. She had a very, very, very good showing in that time.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
All right, thank you.
And then
Right.
Depot is telling us Miss Audrey Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Palmer was, I think, Governor General at one point in time, and if I'm not mistaken.
Audrey Palmer.
No, I'm not sure if it's Audrey Palmer, but Mrs. Palmer from Montparnasse, Tempe. If we look at a list of either
I know R.O. Palmer as Governor General.
R.O. Palmer, not Mrs. Not
R.O. Palmer. You're talking about right after Sir Paul Schoon.
Yes, right after.
After Sir Paul Schoon was R.O. Palmer.
Yes,
yeah,
not the wife.
I think R.O. Palmer would have demitted in either 95 or 96.
Yep, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And so R.O. Palmer. Women again in power in Grenada.
Pauline Andrew. That's after the revolution you're talking about now. So you're talking about Joan Purcell, Pauline Andrew. Our good friend in Guelph there.
Oh God, look at her again.
Why we slipping up on the names and them? So okay, let me pull up a thing there. We'll get them name.
Yeah. Oh God, this short red skin lady, man. Oh,
Grace Duncan. Tanti Grace. I think Tanti Grace was listening to her talk more than Tanti Grace. Boy, I like that lady too much. Okay, we lose that.
And then we have the lady from St. Andrews, Northwest. St. Andrews Northwest, Miss oh God, that's big. NNP. She ran for NNP.
Lorena Waldron.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Lorena Waldron.
Yes.
But now when you start to talk about NNP, then you start to talk about women. So you start to talk about Miss Brenda Hood. You start to talk about Pauline Waldron. You talk about Miss Clarice Charles. You talk about Clarice Modest Cohen. You're talking
Doc what's her name?
We ain't talking about the 15 from this year yet. Then we're going back.
The one she ran. What's her name?
Somebody's calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
How do you call that? Winifred Strawn. Leader of the opposition.
Winifred Strawn.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, my friend. Winifred Strawn. That's it.
Yes, indeed. And Miss Winifred Strawn, that's the first house that I ever went to in St. Andrews, her house.
Yeah.
And she was a nice lady. She gave me a nice little cake and thing, and she brings you nice little juice and thing there. That would have been back in 1993, 1994. Yeah, first house I ever went to in St. Andrew. Yeah. Miss Winifred Strawn. Lovely. Good morning.
How are you?
Quite fine, my love.
Yeah, how you forgot Miss Winifred Strawn, boy?
But that's the name I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
That was a very good lady in the Gary regime, eh?
Yes. Miss Winifred Strawn. Yeah. Thank you.
Winifred Strawn.
Yeah, that's the name me and Devon was fighting to remember. It's
Every day I pass right there.
I wish somebody would buy the property and restore it.
Man.
I don't want them to level it and put a modern place.
Beautiful view.
Yeah, it's also a very historical structure.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it had like an outside kitchen or some kind of thing there too.
Yeah, right on the side there. Antique, and the view overlooking Grenville is it's epic according to young people.
Yeah.
So yes, Miss Winifred Strawn. They are other women, but we just
if you're talking there, let's see again another woman who's in the parliament now and who was in the parliament before. We could be talking about our good friend on the opposition benches there, Glenys Roberts.
Glenys Roberts.
Yeah.
Yes,
could be talking about Glenys Roberts.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about people who were senators and so that is long, because then you have to talk about people like Ann Peters. You have to mention Miss Ingrid Rush. You have to mention Miss Ann David Antoine.
That's the name of
Miss Ann David Antoine. So that is long, boy. Yeah, boy. And if you're talking about now,
it's even longer because you have sitting parliamentarians. Right.
But a significant portion of the House of Representatives and the Senate right now are women.
Yes, I'm calling
Good morning.
to tell you all what about Hilda Bainu.
Hilda Bainu.
Yeah, we mentioned her as the former governor.
Yes.
We had mentioned her earlier as the former governor.
Well, I didn't hear you because I was in the back.
No, but she deserves more than one mention, so we're glad you bring her up again.
All right, then. Okay, have a good day, though.
Thank you.
Okay.
Boy. So when other countries fighting up about women representation, we don't have to put no law in place to say we need no percentage. We don't have to put no law in place to say that.
And then again,
we have it.
We have a number of permanent secretaries, women. way back.
The late
the
Nadika
list,
McIntyre.
the lists go way.
Elizabeth Henry Greenwich.
Yeah.
You're talking about Eunice Sandy David. You're talking about, and these people are people who are not permanent secretaries again.
Anymore, yeah.
You're talking about, was Gloria playing Banfield?
Yes, she was one of the first permanent secretary. Directly under the Prime Minister.
There's a lady, Miss Bowen. You had Miss Cador. You had Miss Austin Cador. You have Miss Beryl Isaac, who is still around there. You have, oh gosh, my mom, Miss Vida Victor Bruno.
Wow, yeah.
That was one of the best permanent secretaries ever that could handle any ministry, anytime, anyway. Yeah.
Very good administration.
Mom, I find we're talking and I have to go and see her. I see she's busy with the Olympic building down there. Yeah, I have to go and see. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Sheldon, I don't hear you mention Miss Whipple-Net, St. Andrews Notice man, that strong Gary Heights man.
Yeah, a lady call and mention that one. Somebody call and mention Miss Whipple-Net because I forgot it.
Yes.
Somebody did. But
I miss it. I was outside, man. It's a very good woman. I notice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like Priscilla Thomas, these people and them. Yeah, that's my era in coming up, man. I is the man who was about him concerning the labor and the time I work with the government, you know.
Yes.
In
So we go talk
yeah.
further on that one.
Yes, with the application of the left foot, you know, and I need a little help.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk further. No problem. Yes,
Yeah.
but people like Miss Whipple-Net, we mind if somebody call and say them again because them people were so nice that you had to do it twice.
Here a quiz. Deepo is throwing out a question. What was the name of Honorable Cynthia Gary before she was married? Before she got married to Mr. Gary, Honorable Prime Minister Gary. What was her
Deepo.
name?
Deepo.
And he said no cheating.
Deepo, I ain't that old.
Deepo, I would
old.
love to, but oh boy.
I would have to call Miss Gloria Payne Banfield
Yeah,
to get that
Gloria
one.
Payne Banfield would definitely, give
That
us
is
that.
who I had to call to get
Or
that
even,
thing.
or even Shoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have another caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Is it Miss Margaret Nichols was the president once of the House?
Yeah, or the Senate. Miss
the Senate,
Miss
yes.
Nichols. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I just
Yes.
sit down there and I try to remember that.
Exactly.
Okay, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, Margaret Nichols, good.
So I think in the 1972 election, you had Miss Whipple-Net with St. Andrew Northeast, Nydia Benjamin with St. Andrew Northwest. So wait now, so that's St. Andrew Northeast
not
and
a-
Northwest thing with women in charge is not a new thing.
You understand?
All
Not a
right,
new
cool.
thing, eh?
Cool. All right. And then the border down by the South Day by St. David with Miss Cynthia Gary.
Miss Cynthia Gary again, you know.
Mhm.
And then someone, Padmo is saying Marcella David.
Marcella David. I'm trying to remember who that one
Yeah,
is.
I'm trying to.
We have a caller online.
Good morning and welcome.
Okay, Cynthia Gary used to be Cynthia Klein.
Ah,
Cynthia
Cynthia Klein. Thank you.
Marcella David who used to be cab sec at one time.
Yes.
Let me ask, the PS Pansy Rowley,
She was the first permanent secretary.
Any-
That would have been way back.
any relation to Keith Rowley?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Because I'm hearing that Keith Rowley have a Grenada connection.
Grenada
Okay.
connection.
Well,
So I want to know if
maybe,
the
but-
Pansy Rowley would have be a Keith Rowley kind of thing too.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So Marcel David and
Marcella
Pamela
David.
Steele as well as PSs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
So Miss was Cynthia Klein. Wow. Yeah. All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
my brother. Thank you so very much.
Wow.
All right.
Education.
Yeah, boy. But our woman thing ain't easy, you know, boy. Woman is
Deepo.
boss and shooter, no?
Deepo, Miss Klein, boy.
Yeah. So you had what, boy? Hey, and watch now. When Miss Nydia Benjamin did put her licking on Ben Jones back in 1972, wasn't that easy licking, you know? 1,166 votes to 500, you know?
Oh boy.
When Miss Cynthia Gary did put a licking on Unison Whiteman in St. David Day, that wasn't an easy one. 2,404 votes to 1,262. You know?
In 72.
But them woman and them didn't share no easy licks. You know? What?
And in 76, when some white man came over to Northeast St. George's.
When Whipple-Net beat them in Northeast, she put down 1,461 to Vernon Simon at the GNP, who had 564.
Oh, that was victory, boy. It remind me of 2018 election.
Why them woman do easy, boy?
They said not just women. Well, the women as a whole, they put on a beating, man.
But I think it's the first time that we have a female representative in St. Patrick, though. I don't think we've ever had a female representative in St. Patrick before. So it's an interesting one that we now have the Honorable Pamela Moses has gone down in history as the first female representative for that constituency, if I'm remembering correctly.
Subject to correction. I mean, we're not at all as
Winty had win it, Uncle Tilly had win it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the 11th day of July 2018. Yesterday, the 11th day of July, would have been the anniversary of when Tillman Thomas, Leslie Pierre, and Lloyd Noel were picked up by the revolution.
Why you know easy that?
I want to know why I just get my info from. Good morning, Miss Clytie Pierre.
Oh, God.
Good morning, Roger.
Miss Clytie.
Miss Clytie, morning. Happy anniversary, Miss Clytie.
Oh, my God, Lord.
No, serious. That was the anniversary.
In
1981, Leslie Pierre, Tillman Thomas, and Lloyd Noel were picked up by the revolution on the 11th of July, 1981.
That was concerning the newspaper business and thing there.
Yeah. Want to put out newspaper and thing on we pick them up. That's what I do. Come on, you wasn't part of that team, huh?
No.
I just making sure, you know, it was all over.
I was still in school.
I know you used to be all over, so I just making sure, you know. Yeah, but Leslie Pierre is a man had the belly, eh?
Yeah, oh man.
You have to admit that. We ain't finished on the woman thing yet, eh?
And Lloyd Noel, I mean.
Leslie Pierre had his belly. That is one thing I have to say about that man. That man had the belly.
Even Tillman Thomas stood for our prime minister. Tillman old man.
They had the belly.
They had the belly back in the day.
They had the belly.
They stood for something and they
counter-revolutionary, anyhow.
That's another
discussion. But they had a belly.
Yeah. Women.
Cynthia Klein.
Yes.
Cynthia Klein. What position did Cynthia Klein hold?
Cynthia Gary.
Oh, Cynthia Klein Gary.
Cynthia
okay,
Klein
all
Gary.
right, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And relationship to a Calypsonian in St. David's.
Kelly Klein.
Rootsman? Rootsman Kelly.
Rootsman Kelly? So Rootsman.
Grandmother or something like that. Yeah. Rootsman Kelly is still there? We leave already.
Do you remember Yolande Bain Hosford? Yeah. Yolande Bain Hosford. I mean, when she first ran, she was Yolande Bain Joseph, then Yolande Bain Hosford.
Yes.
And she has held that St. Andrew Southwest seat on three occasions. Three occasions she's held that St. Andrew Southwest seat.
She ran four times
and she won three.
Lost one to Sylvester Quallis.
Yeah, so she's going down in history there. Yes. She kind of opened up the rest of St. Andrew too.
Yes.
Pauline Andrew had been in the southeast seat.
Yeah. And so, but I think if I'm not mistaken, Yolande Bain Horsford may have been one of the first female to run the Southwest St. Andrews.
Probably is the first. I'm not seeing another female there.
It's possible. Would have been the most successful female politician in Southwest St. Andrews.
But maybe even the most successful in St. Andrews, because I didn't see anybody else win as many times as she has won.
And that's historic.
Yolande Bain Horsford,
that's historic. That's definitely historic. And MP, both other MPs, including Honorable Delma Thomas and Honorable Emlyn Pierre, is on the way to basically creating record.
All you have to make that record.
You understand? 3-4 times, you know.
So Honorable Yolande Bain Horsford hold the record.
There,
all you have to come and take. But in fact, no. Let me make sure. Let me see. So Honorable Yolande Bain Horsford won in 1999.
No.
Not in 1999. She didn't run in 1999.
In 2003, she won.
In 1999, let's see. Oh no, that would have been Michael Baptiste. Right. So she won in 2003.
2003.
And then again in 2013.
She lost in 2008,
so
2013, and in 2018. Right, so 3 times. Right, she has won. So she has definitely, I mean, based on our record, would have been the most successful female parliamentarian in St. Andrews.
Mr. Bro, there was a female who was president at the Senate for a short while. Her name eludes me. A lawyer, still in practice. She would have been president of the Senate immediately after the 2003 election. Remind me of the name.
Okay.
Remind me of the name.
Let us see.
She would have been president of the Senate. We should have been giving out prizes today, boy. What?
Yeah.
She would have been president of the Senate in 2003, right after the 2003 general election.
Wow.
Yeah.
So close and yet so far. I'm trying
The
to...
name I can't remember, and I ain't seen that information online.
I'm seeing.
I ain't seen that information online. But I know she would have been president of the Senate at that point in time. I think she held the position of president of the Senate for a couple of years, and then she demitted office not too long after. I think that's when... Let me see, somebody's calling. Maybe this person knows. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. The name is Leslie and Sion.
Leslie and Sion. Thank you very much.
Woman again. Woman again. I tell you, we should have been given prizes today.
Yeah. For women.
Somebody
so
else
women.
calling. Let me see.
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Morning. Okay, Popo, you're listening to the radio in the background. Hello? Nah, Popo listening to the radio in the background. They listening to the phone.
Leslie and Sion.
Miss Leslie and Sion, yeah. She was president of the Senate.
And there's a woman that Deepo is mentioning. A woman we all know as we call Mama Ed. Was one of the most powerful business women Grenada had over the years. Eh? Yeah, we'll explain. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning. Is it Miss Leslie and Sion was the president?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And you see, I think some regional political parties could learn one or two from not just the New National Party, but Grenada, and especially the New National Party.
With the amount of women
that have been involved. Because look at it. The NNP has been the most successful political organization in the history of Grenada.
Democratically,
The only thing that second to us is Eric Matthew Gary,
Yes.
Not the NDC. The second political party that's been as successful as the NNP in history is not the National Democratic Congress, but the Grenada United Labour Party. Yeah, and look at both of them. They involve women, not tokenism, not you have a woman day just to say you have a woman involved and thing. Actually have women participating. Look at the candidates at this general election. Carriacou, the Honorable Kindra Mathurin Stewart. Yeah, you come down to St. Patrick East, the Honorable Pamela Moses. Well, don't talk about St. Andrew. All four.
Forget that.
Say the Honorable Delma Thomas, the Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis, the Honorable Yolande Bain Hosford, the Honorable Emlyn Pierre. We go to St. Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, your other place.
Yeah. The Lioness.
You see, they're one involved in all them places and them that's successful because it's women that day. So St. Mark, the Lioness.
The Lioness.
Anything past the gain. How much people she retire out, I think? About 4 or 5?
About 5 of them. It might be more too. Yeah, though that was thinking. But just the idea alone, she did. They had to move.
One after the other. The Honorable Dr. the Honorable Clarice Modest. She just keep retiring them. Every time they go up, I don't even hear. Wait, they're not Modest?
I saw him.
Who ran before he?
I saw him in a funeral. Who ran before him? Oh, that was a short guy. He died. Look at his name.
She just retiring people. One after the other.
OJ.
OJ.
OJ ran twice, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And so
he died recently.
Yeah, he died recently. Yeah, a couple of years. He was ill. Another influential woman again, Miss Gut Protein. Julie Gary. You know, but talking about Mama Ed. Mama Ed was one of the most powerful and most successful woman businessman I known of in Grenada. She used to control the Volkswagen franchise. Right? When Volkswagen came into Grenada, she was the agent, the one doing everything. Right? And she had a mechanic in Tempe by the name of Mr. Lloyd Purcell. Right? Volkswagen mechanic. You know? Yeah, and she made a name right there on Lucas Street.
But you know, it would be remiss of me if we talk about women in politics in Grenada and I don't mention my sweetheart. Yeah? Alexandra Otway.
Oh my God.
Noel.
No, I mean, I believe we forget about
my
what's coming to that.
sweetheart.
Yeah, darling.
I can't complete the conversation and not mention her. We did mention Miss Brenda Hood.
Miss Brenda Hood and Miss Andy.
We did mention Honorable Emlyn Pierre, and remember this is actually Honorable Emlyn Pierre's 3rd time in Parliament, but 2nd time as parliamentary representative. So she went into the Senate in 2003, and it could be 4 if you want to count Youth Parliament, but she went into the Senate in 2003, and then she became the parliamentary representative in 2013, and again in 2018, and when election come again, we know.
Well, you know,
again.
I mean,
once God give her health and strength, again.
Women going to be dominating in the parliament for another perhaps 10, 15 years.
Female prime minister.
Yeah. You looking at that?
Possibility.
Don't get a very strong possibility of that too.
Don't get up with that.
That we would definitely.
We didn't mention the former Senator Franca Bernardine. Yeah, former Franca Bernardine, former senator. You can't be talking about women in politics and not mention her. You must mention her. Pemba.
Pemba Brave Boy.
Yeah.
One of the younger.
Even though she didn't stay for very long, but Pemba Brave Boy.
She was a senator.
Yeah.
And then you had Ingrid Jackson, who ran against Dr. Mitchell.
Ingrid Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, who ran against Dr. Mitchell.
We have a caller.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Very short because you called already.
Yes.
Yes, Sheldon, you have that lady from Greenville, Miss Strand, Wilfred Strand.
We mentioned her already.
Remember when she gave Dr. Mitchell her opportunity to speak? Right? And when I read Dr. Mitchell the budget for a whole day.
Yes,
and then when Dr. Mitchell destroyed the NDC. Yes. Right? And that was a day I remember when Dr. Mitchell speaking, the great people listen to Dr. Mitchell. And when he did a wonderful a whole day speak on the budget. That was a day to remember. Miss Wilfred Strand. She was at GLP and she gave Dr. Mitchell the opportunity to speak, and Dr. Mitchell speak a whole day on that budget. That was a day to remember, Sheldon.
All right.
So you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Tear apart the budget that time. That was very instrumental in Dr. Mitchell pivoting to being prime minister. Eh?
But the lady was a nice lady.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
And a lot
woman,
right now. A lot of part of the reason that we're going over these things now is that children are home. Yeah, and they need to learn their history.
They need to know their history.
They need to learn their history. So children are home right now. Look, we have the Minister of Education is a female.
Is a female.
Your Minister of Youth, female. The Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. Yep. Yeah. Right. Which other ministers we have again there?
We have Minister of Agriculture.
Female. Yolande Bain Hospital.
I mean,
Minister of Legal Affairs
in Grenada too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she would have been one of the first women to run.
No.
Well, I mean,
Honorable Clarice Charles held the position of Minister of Agriculture before.
But Yolande Bain Hospital would be the longest.
Yeah. And then we also had we would have had Honorable. Let me see. Right now, we have Honorable in Carriacou, Minister of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs and Legal Affairs.
The first woman
to hold that position, as far as I know as well.
Yeah.
That would be the Honorable Kindra
Matthew
Stewart.
Yeah. Youngest and the first.
Yeah. I'm trying to see which other ministries there right now. Minister of Social Development and so Housing and so Honorable Delma Thomas. Why is my brain working a little slower than usual today? Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen.
She would have been
Minister
one of the
Tourism.
women that went to most ministries. Operated as minister in most of the ministries.
But not only that, I think at this point in time, she would also be the longest serving female.
Yeah.
Historically, she'd be the longest. So there's a lot of history that's going through with women right now. The Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen would be the woman who has served the longest in Parliament.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah, uninterrupted. That woman licks right through, we say.
99 up till this point. Undefeated. Right? And so that's, wow. That is some history right there. Yeah, that's some history right there. She would have been, and not only that, she would have been minister of a lot more ministries and
Minister
a lot of
Foreign Affairs, Minister of Works,
Tourism,
Minister of Tourism,
Agriculture,
and so on.
Yeah,
I
and
can't remember if she Minister of Health. I can't remember if she did hold the Ministry of Agriculture. I know Clarice Charles had the Ministry of Agriculture, but
Minister of Works. I'm not. But she has been She has been moving all through the different major ministries, and so at one time too, she was, if I'm not mistaken, Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah, she was Minister of Foreign Affairs. Let me see, and then right now within the Senate, we have Senator the Honorable Katisha Williams. We have Senator the Honorable
Glennis Roberts.
We have Oh boy, the other name, the young lady out of St. David's, the name is slipping me right now. I am embarrassed, but the name is slipping me right now. But yeah, we have a nice mix there. We have a nice mix, yeah.
A lot of potential.
And a lot of PSs, still female PSs, always been dominated by men again.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
Hello.
Caller, you're live. Go right ahead. Okay. Folks, remember when you're calling, pay attention to the phone line and not to the radio in the background. I was hearing the radio in the background, so I think the person is listening for us to respond on the radio before they speak to us on the phone. If that's the case, by the time you try to speak to us on the phone, we would have hung up. All right, so by the time you say hello, you hear us respond hello. Continue the conversation using the phone and not trying to hear yourself on the radio. Yeah?
You know what is interesting, Sheldon, a pattern I'm seeing in terms of the politics with women? You basically seen from the north, women is taking over from the north come down, you know, in terms of parliamentarians and actively involved in politics. Look at from Carriacou, look at St. Patrick's East. St. Andrews is being dominated, and then you have St. Mark's.
It's all over. All over.
The women is just rolling over.
Look, I wonder which constituencies. Kim George, yes, that's the senator.
Yes,
Senator Kim George. Yeah. So, all right, that's the young lady from St. David there, Senator Kim George. And my brother, the thing is this: which constituency never had a female representative? St. George Northwest. Okay.
Yeah,
St. George Northwest. Tonga St. George had.
Tonga St. George had in 99, from 99.
Honorable Brotherhood.
Yes.
South St. George had twice.
Northeast.
Glennis Roberts and Alexandra Otway. St. George's Northeast never had. St. George Southeast, I doubt.
Yeah.
I can't remember any.
No, I can't remember.
St. David had.
St. David had.
Forget St. Andrews. Let you look somewhere else.
St. Patrick's West, I don't think.
Never had.
Can't remember.
St. Mark had.
St. Mark had.
St. John had.
St. John had.
Carriacou had.
Carriacou had.
Joan Purcell and now Kindra Matthew and Stewart. So that's it. There's really nowhere else to look there.
So St. George's Northeast and Northwest, the Southeast, right?
And St. Patrick West.
And St. Patrick's West.
So Doc,
Doc,
let me see what's going on in the Southwest. Let me see what's going on in one or two places. When the time comes, let's see what's going on in one or two places. Just remember, those are the places that never had a female representative.
And they may be looking towards that in the future.
Woman is boss.
Never know. No, I'm convinced in Grenada politics and so a leadership role, women definitely dominated over the last 50 or more years.
Yeah. As we're speaking about women dominating, I have to say something here on the Ministry of Education right now, because I'm seeing some posts. Oh, Joan Purcell represented the town of St. George as well. Yes. Stanley John did win the town of St. George too. Yes. Watch the tough fella, they sharp as a razor, you know, man. Boy, you had the right book, boy. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, Franca Bernadine ran St. George Southeast last time around, man.
She didn't win.
So
that can't be counted. She ran, but she didn't win. We're only talking about those that were
represented.
Won.
Oh, you're talking about those that won?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, she ran, but she didn't win.
Yeah, she didn't win.
Couldn't beat Greg. Go up there to, I don't know why they take you out of tongue and send you to go and take the Alex. I understand. But anyhow, and now we also have the young Senator Karine James. Yeah, the youngest senator in the Commonwealth, sent by the National Democratic Congress. So all I feel I wouldn't say the young lady was sent by the National Democratic Congress. Congratulations to them. All they finally notice any young people to the Senate and different things. Congratulations.
Investment in the young people.
Yeah, so all they finally learned something from the new National Party. Continue to learn more. Yeah?
Women in history, women in Grenadian history, politics, as well as influential positions throughout the last 50, 60, 70 years.
I believe within the Ministry of Works, there is a female PS there right now. The one whose name I could never remember. The lady.
But I know Miss Odikola is there also too. Miss Frederick is there somewhere in work. Remember, Works have about 3 PS.
The PS in the Ministry of Finance is a female now.
Is a female now.
That's one thing. I don't think we've ever also seen a female Minister of Finance.
Yes, that's another.
And nobody could save money better than women. Doc, Yeah, you understand? You got to look at it.
Good morning and welcome.
Under the nutmeg tree.
Under the nutmeg tree.
Yeah, I want to put in the woman. Well, she the only woman I know operate a bulldozer in Grenada. She do work operating a bulldozer.
Wow.
Sister Khadija. During the revolution time, we saw a big billboard, a big boat up by Lacroix. We see she picture on it and the bulldozer operating the bulldozer.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely right.
Khadija.
Yeah, she's still she learned doing on the airport. When the building of the airport and so.
Folks, you will be hearing from the women's arm of the New National Party on a regular basis in discussions to have somebody in either every week or other week on the program from the women's arm to speak about women's issues and that sort of thing. So they're going to be in with us. But listen, and even within the New National Party, you have people like Miss Marcella Campbell, the office manager since about 2003. Marcella Campbell has been holding down the fort with the office. Ms. Rosalind Felix again. And once you're speaking politics and you're speaking New National Party, you're speaking people like Ms. Rosalind Felix and so. And let me leave that. I know why I will leave that, because within the NNP, and we're not talking here about senators and government ministers, the NNP has some female activists from Petit Martinique down to Point Saline, that if I start to call name, I ain't go finish today and somebody go call me and cuss me, because if I don't say somebody like Maxan and so from up in Petit Martinique, and you don't come and you don't speak about people down in the south like, oh boy. Well, you see, let me leave it alone, because once I start to call name, it's problems. Yeah, once I start to call name, it's problems. So let me leave it alone. Let me leave it alone.
Yes, so female governor general, we had one. We had a female governor, right? Prime minister, we have not yet had a female prime minister. We have not yet have a female finance minister.
Yeah, need a female finance minister. We've had a minister of works, Honorable Clarice Modest has been Minister of Works.
What about, yes, I would say
Minister of Youth, yes, Minister. And sports, the first ever minister, female minister of sport was Emlyn Pierre.
Youth and sport,
A lot of history there, a lot of history within the NNP there right now.
And I think the first woman foreign minister was Clarice Modest Cohen.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember anyone else, any other female holding that position before.
That position.
Yeah. I know like people like Dr. Raphael Fletcher held it at that time, and I think he held that at that time.
Yes, Dr.
Mark Isaac, I think, held it at that time, and other people, but can't remember. I'm trying to see within the ministries if there was any ministry that was never held by a female. Well, Ministry of the Environment, because that's a new ministry.
Yeah, that's a new ministry.
That's a new ministry.
And you have men dominating it.
Yeah, that's a new ministry.
That won't be for long. There was a particular woman who was very powerful in the trade union, Mrs. From somewhere up St. Paul. What's her name?
Boy, not one woman that was powerful.
No, but I'm talking about
people like Madonna Harford. You have people like
not even Madonna Harford. Miss dark woman, Miss Clarkson.
Oh, Miss Clarkson. Yeah, Miss Clarkson.
Yes, Public Workers Union. And you have Madonna Harford, and you have who again? Clarice. Miss Clarice Charles.
Clarice Charles, yeah.
Come out from the teachers union there.
You have our good sister who is there right now in charge of the Public Workers Union.
Yes, Rachel Roberts. Young.
Comrade Rachel Roberts. Comrade sister, sorry, not comrade. Comrade sister Rachel Roberts.
Rachel Roberts. And so, who has been doing a good job so far in basically, guiding our union and so on. That's good. Woman power.
Look, we nearly do a whole program on women. But going back to the Ministry of Education, I had to say something on the Ministry of Education. Now, the Ministry of Education just spent $2.6 million to get books for the school book program. The same school book program, by the way, that the NDC say do exist. But anyhow, the National Democratic Congress came on the campaign trail and told you that book program, that your children was using books home studying for exam with, while your children home studying with the books, the NDC was telling you that the book program don't exist. That's why they do what they do to all you, because some of you know, you understand. But anyhow,
memories.
So you have that situation, $2.6 million being spent now. Why is $2.6 million being spent now? 2.6 million being spent, or every year you spend money to replace books, because some of us are not taking care of the books. I got a story this morning of one individual that went to a home and saw some of the books under the house in the mud. In other words, the children use the books and they just take it to put it in box or whatever and they throw that under the house. And it says several things here. It says one, it says that all schools are not equal. Some schools have things in place. Your children come and they get the books and they make a list, and if they check the schedule and they realize you did not return books, you're not graduating. Yeah? You're not graduating, or there's some other sort of penalty that's put in place for your children not returning the book. So when you think you're graduating and getting your certificate, no, you're not getting it. You have to replace the book. So whether you had to go and buy it or you had to get the original one, you have to replace the book. And I think that's how it should go across the board for all the schools. Yeah? But in some schools, they have it like that. In other schools, yeah, in other schools, you have the situation where in other schools, you have the situations where it's a sort of laissez-faire. And they're not really studying what's going on with the books. It's a sort of laissez-faire attitude. So you have children who's supposed to bring the books back that are not bringing them back. They destroy the books, or they damage them so badly that they can't be used by anybody again. During the vacation time, they're taking them and make paper plane and pelt, or they go in and take it and tear it up to make like a kite, or they just throw it all over the place. And then your money, my money, our tax dollars has to be taken to go and buy books again. We have a call online.
Them. Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Is this Hard Talk?
Yes, it is.
Hard Talk. You live?
Yes, you're
yes,
live.
sir. Good morning.
What's wrong with you, boy? You're getting old, you know. the high school girl is Patsy Lewis.
Yes. Patsy.
With the AK-47.
Patsy Lewis.
She's now Dr. Lewis.
Dr. Lewis. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
she's
still at the AK?
I think you guys are wrong. I think Jacqueline Crawford is Minister of Sports.
No, or Minister of Education.
Education. But
well, education and sports. Remember in those days, education and sports went together.
It was twin, yes. During the revolution, yes, it was possible.
And this is Toro Deputy Devon.
Yes, boss. I know the boss.
That's the other depot.
All right, we can talk.
Look about that depot.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Yeah.
That's the other depot.
Dr. Lewis. Yeah,
she's still at the AK?
Of course, that's souvenir. Dr. Lewis, she has a bigger sister, Petifa Lewis. Was that
that's Petifa's sister.
Yeah, Petifa's younger sister.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so so Patsy Lewis. Depot, you don't happen to have the picture, nah? The other depot, the one I just called, you don't happen to have the picture, send it. You know how to get it to me.
Yeah, he may have it, knowing him,
knowing he has. Let me check my email.
A stack of that.
I know this man so good. Let me check my email. You see? Oh, goodness.
Depot have a wealth of information, man, when it comes.
What I say I should check my email. I'll check my email. The message is there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Patsy
goodness.
And Petifa Lewis.
Yeah. Oh, Laurette Clarkson. That's the name of the union leader from the St. Paul's area. I've heard of her for quite a while. Yeah. Is she around still?
I'm not sure if she's around, but if she's around, she's age. She was not well.
I haven't heard about her for a very long time.
Mrs. Clarkson.
Yeah.
Powerful black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have several women again. But I was talking about the school books. Now, $2.7 or $2.6 million to replace books, to me, is unacceptable. The only way I am seeing that books are supposed to be replaced are in situations where, let's say there's a house fire or some disaster, and as such, either man-made or natural disaster, and the books are lost that way. Yeah? It should not be through negligence of your child, because if you're not teaching your children to take care of public property now, that attitude will grow with them. So when they see the mirrors at the side of the road that are there for people who are coming out from a blind they're coming out from a blind exit to be able to see if vehicles coming or somebody crossing the road, they're going to break it.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to misuse and abuse public property if you don't teach them. This is a wonderful opportunity because the book is not theirs.
No, it's a loan.
It's all of ours. And we have to spend money to replace it when they damage it. I can understand replacing it if there's a new edition. Every now and again, there's a new edition. When I went to primary school and secondary school, that was really years ago, but I was able to use my brother's before me book and my sister book, and so I was able to use them. Sometimes the edition change, but it doesn't. Sometimes it's not too much thing change, just a slight little difference.
Yeah, a paragraph or a chapter or something.
Or they had an error some part and they corrected it and that sort of thing. So sometimes it's not too thick.
For 5-10 years, you had a particular edition running.
These days, and this is not the government of Grenada changing the edition. Remember, even the common entrance exam right now, if I'm remembering correctly, is facilitated on the regional level through the Caribbean Examinations Council, otherwise known as CXC. They are the ones that facilitate what we have, as we call common entrance and so throughout the region right now. So I'm saying that when they say they have a new edition of a book, there were errors or too many errors in one, so you have edition 6 or edition 7 or whatever, and that is being changed, and I can understand government going and saying, okay, we have to change, let's buy a new set in this book. But it cannot be a situation where your child has public property and is doing that to it. Me and Devon was speaking about it the other day. We used to paper books and all kind of thing.
Yeah, and plastic and paper and things over
it. Your whole bag, all your books and them, and you used to take pride in doing that.
And you didn't know doggies. Doggies are something we used to get licks for.
Yeah.
So you had to be sharp in taking care of your books.
Yeah, and oil stain and all kind of thing. I mean,
and we have bags and things, school bags and things, Jansport and things like before.
So see, the attitude that some parents can have, and I'm not blaming the children here, I'm blaming the parents. The attitude that some parents could have, that your child has gotten books under the school book program, and you don't bring those books back to the school so another child could benefit, maybe your own child could benefit from it. You take those books and throw it in the mud under your house.
That's unacceptable.
Or you dump it in the garbage.
Unacceptable. Or leave it for
school books.
Or leave it for the younger ones, the siblings, and so to tear up and destroy. No,
we can't operate like that, brothers and sisters. We can't operate so. Fireborn. We can't operate so. No. Hot fire for that. Lava. We can't operate so. That $2.7 or $2.6 million could have been going into housing.
Exactly.
The same, and you know what has happened is the same people with that attitude that take the book and go and trade is the same people that need the housing assistance now.
And complaining.
The reason it are mud under the house is because they need housing assistance. You need it. But you didn't realize that when you train your children that way to do that with the public property, that then everybody, and just the laissez-faire attitude as me, I really care about that. And the schools for not enforcing that if you destroy the book, you pay for it. You pay for it. When parents realize they have to go and pay for it, if they damage it or destroy it, then you're going to see how much of them bringing it back normal. Schools tighten up.
Proper management within the school system when it comes to that. You have to. I mean, that's just, and what that $2.6 million could have been be going into the school rehabilitation project, which is right now ongoing. The different schools around the island that are earmarked for rehabilitation, and so that's the $2.6 million that could have been going in that direction. You understand? Or even that new program that the Ministry of Education, led by Honorable Pamela Moses, and so. Right, that $2.5 million could have been going into that new initiative. I was
listening Shaggy this morning, and a caller called in and said, government boasting about spending $2.6 million on getting school books. Why they can't just take it and photocopy it? Because government would end up spending $25 million paying a lawsuit from each of the companies that we print the books from. That's why. Yes, sometimes things sound intelligent and they sound smart, but they really ain't intelligent and ain't smart.
Copyright.
So you can't copy because of copyright. In other words, you do not have the right to copy.
You remember copying in school when you see people over and copy the answer.
You do not have the right to copy.
Sometimes you copy wrong answer.
It's called copyright infringement, boy. I know a time I fell copying. When I was in primary school, it's a guy used to copy, boy. So exam time, he's so nervous, he copy down to the next guy name to it.
Yeah. because you're not concentrating when you're copying. You're so
but the man know, he don't know nothing. The man copy the next man name and all. He put his name on the exam paper, he put the next guy name.
I tell you, there's some technique you have to ease up and lean in and copying on the side.
Play it through down pencil
and peeping and see what the answer in a math question.
Thank goodness I never had to do that in my life. I never cheated on an exam in my whole life. I didn't have to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, me, I rather fail and cheat. Yeah. But yeah, so please, folks, those of you that are at home, because I know some schools, they are in the process now of delivering the books and so.
Yeah, they are.
I saw one particular school, they were making some notes and saying, some parents were making statements saying, oh, the book distribution isn't taking place. That would be due to mismanagement at that school. You can't blame the Ministry of Education for that. If they know that they have to have 500 in book A and 500 in book A has not come back in, they have to put measures in place to make sure that they back up to 500. Not call the ministry and say ministry so and so is the case. I don't find that should be happening. If you find there's a book that has been in the system for the last 5 years and you realize it started to deteriorate, that's not the child's fault. That is not the parent's fault. That's not the school fault. It's natural. The book will deteriorate after a period of time. Yeah, and by that time, another edition would come out anyway, so you need to get the other edition. But at the same token, we can have people, you just government buy brand new books this year, and when you're looking for it next year, this time, to give to some other children, the book's gone through, they disappear, they mash up.
Yeah.
Come on, man, we have to do better than that.
We need to do better than that.
No dog hairs in the book and this kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, also,
the children who destroy the books and are dog hairs and so, yeah, they should be cleaning up the school compound for the entire period of the vacation, and so that should be their payment back to the school.
School litter
clean
wardens.
The compound.
Yeah, school litter wardens.
Yeah, we all know this thing about you hiring people to go and clean school. I don't believe in that, you know.
That we never used to have that.
I don't believe in this thing about hiring people to go and clean school. I know since when we reach this thing about hiring people to go, I have no problem with job creation, but I also have an issue when it comes to responsibility.
Yeah.
I knew it as the children who going to a school clean it, because that's why some of people now have the attitude that you're walking in town and you just cast your garbage into the drain and you say to people to clean that. That's where the attitude come from, and from since in school, because they know when they leave in school in the evening, they just throw it out to throw all over the place, and then somebody will come to clean it. And when they home, they just drop something and mommy would say, come and take, mommy just cleaning. Because you know it has some parents is clean freaks, so they just clean it. They ain't go tell them go and pick it up. You understand?
We need to drink some more responsibility. We drink cocoa tea, we drink spice tea, lemongrass. We need to drink some more responsibility.
Yeah.
Give it to our children. Let them drink it every day. Responsibility.
So it is not feasible nor sensible for government to take the books and photocopy it. That ain't making no sense. Let's just call it out with stupidness. Because if you do that, you will be sued by the publishers. And as a government, number one, it's going to be extremely embarrassing. And secondly, you're going to find yourself paying much more than you'd have paid to just buy the books in the court. Because they're going to sue you for the copyright infringement, and then they're going to sue you for the amount of money they could have made by selling you the books that you photocopy. So you're going to end up in problems. Either song nice, but it's stupidness. Copyright. That's, if you look at the front of any book, copyright. Yeah? Whether it's Penguin Publishers or Macmillan or whoever, multi-billion-dollar companies, by the way, that would sue the pants off of the government of Grenada. And then instead of spending 2.6 million to replace books, you find yourself spending 26 million because you have to pay them. In fact, even if the government of Grenada decides that, look, we are going to buy the rights to a particular edition of a book, so you're going to buy the rights. Because it's copyright, you could also buy the rights to reproduce. It's still going to cost more than if you buy the book. It's still going to cost more. So it makes no sense. It's best to just buy the book and get it over with. Nice?
Just
okay, Papa?
Proper management and care and so. Hey, good morning to all the teachers of the nation. Hey, most of the teachers and so right around the nation, including Carriacou and Petit Martinique, are engaged in some much needed training seminars and so right around.
People just feel when it's a teacher all now you're off until September.
Hell no. Hell no. The teachers are in different schools, under some seminars and so to enhance their ability to pass on the education much better to our children. And we must applaud that and continue to give them the support. All right. So hey, Ministry of Education and to all the teachers and administrators, continue doing a good work to educate the nation's children.
Phone lines are open, 440-7377, 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
Somebody just messaged me to say, Sheldon, the parents always make it clear, rightfully so, that they are not sending the children to school to clean the school. It can be used as punishment. They're not right with that. They're not right with that. It taught us responsibility when I was a child at school and we had to clean the school.
And them too, those parents who talking about that now, they went through that and they see how good it was.
That's nonsense. I mean, rightfully so. Come on, man. We will disagree on that one.
Come on, man.
That is nonsense.
Bits of paper, what happened to that? You pick up.
You have to teach children responsibility. Bits of paper, lying on the floor, lying on the floor. Make the place look tidy. Pick them up.
Pick them up. You can't throw and don't pick up. You want somebody else to pick up for you. That's slave mentality.
Two things they used to always teach us. That was one. And the other one was look both ways before you cross the street. Use your eyes, use your ears, and then use your feet.
Exactly.
That's what they used to tell us as children. And up to this day, I ain't gonna say my age, but I'm old.
Right,
and I still remember it.
Look left, look right, and then you look left again. Not left, right, and then left, right, and then left again to make sure. So these are things that we grew up with, and it was good. So I will disagree with that person who says about the parents don't with punishment. That's not punishment.
This thing about punishment. What is wrong with using that as punishment? You prefer that they hold your child and brutalize them with a piece of whip or a belt?
And then you call abuse?
Beat them like Kunta Kinte?
Come on, people.
Nothing is wrong with using that as a form of punishment, but it also teaches them responsibility, because here is what, if I know that I might have some infraction and end up having to clean the school, I want to make sure the school stay clean,
Yeah, I don't want to walk.
Me want nobody drop no paper.
At all.
I want nobody throw down anything. I will become the person that makes sure the school stay clean, because I know that I will end up having to clean it. Yeah?
But too, Sheldon, another thing. They are parents. Instead of teaching their children responsibility, they are the ones who stay in home. Watch their child leave the dirty wares, leave dirty everything all about the place, and they turn around and clean it. And not make the children clean it. It starts from the home. Mm-hmm. It starts from the home.
And it should happen, especially in the primary school. I do not believe that there should be anything as a janitor. You could have a person who is a technical person, a pipe go bad.
The toilets.
The specific, you ain't go send children to go and clean the toilets.
So the toilets and thing. Yeah.
In the toilets.
And the maintenance and that kind of thing, yes.
So that particular one, that's a difference. But when it comes to the classrooms,
yes, man,
the children who utilize it should clean it. And I stand firm on that.
Yes.
They should clean it.
That's part of responsibility.
Yeah. That's why countries like Japan always going above and beyond us. When you go there, and you realize how clean the place is, and you wonder, and you hear everybody talking about them and how they operate in the World Cup and that kind of thing. It's a mentality that has been built over many years.
The Senegalese did that too in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're done, right where they sit down, the group of them, hundreds of them, they designate a few of them and they pass around with a garbage bag and clean up the area.
Because they follow the Japanese.
Yes, and it's
a mentality.
It's just things you have to, get used to. So that responsibility starts from the home, because there are parents who take away that responsibility from the children and do it themselves and say, oh God, the child don't want to do that. And he say, oh, come on.
It's some parents don't even want the children go and tie goat. Come on, man. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah. Imagine you're age 30 and you have 3 grandchildren. Who is teaching who?
Age?
He's saying you have grandparents who are in their 30s, so they're still children. Who they're teaching?
Well,
exactly.
It depends on the level of you got up
you brought up the way you was
exactly. You could be a grandparent at 30, but you have good values in you based on how your grandparent or parent taught you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
right. So then with this book thing and you're putting it there and you're not cleaning and don't clean and that's bullying.
Yeah.
They start bullying home and bring it in the school. And then you get there and to follow it up. Alrighty, man. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Our children must be made to understand their responsibility as young ones. You're not giving them chores that you know it will be difficult, but break them out into things that when they grow up, right? And so they will take care of their own homes. They will be the one teaching their children how to cook, how to clean, how to iron.
I can't be a principal.
I mean, it's
because if your children do not want to abide by the rules of my school as principal, you'll have to find another school.
Yes, you have to, definitely.
I'm sorry.
Right.
But if I put the rules in place and the rules say the children cleaning the classrooms, your child, who is a student at my school, will be cleaning the classroom.
Yeah, you have to designate responsibility. That's why, the whole question of prefects and so, right? You have prefects in every class and so. And they may delegate a couple of the students. Today, it's your day to clean, right? The classroom, right? Or to clean the board, or to ensure that everything is there when the teacher, responsibility in school and in homes. We continue not teaching our children the right way, the proper way to grow up. That is why some of our young boys or young men and women are going into families and homes and they can't do anything. They can't even teach their young child the right things because of the teaching that they got home. Some of them don't even cook. And so on a Sunday, you see them by the Chinese or KFC or eating out instead of
I just eat out. That's
no. I'm not thinking of eating,
kidding,
but
just kidding,
but come on, you have to have family time. But you know what? We parents and so we must ensure that these things are being passed on. Those of us who had the privilege and the opportunity to learn, pass it on. It's not lost. It's there. But some of us are too lazy to teach it and to pass it on.
Yeah. Somebody messaged me to say, tell Uncle Tilly happy anniversary.
Oh, Uncle Tilly, happy wedding anniversary.
No, happy arrest anniversary.
Oh, arrest. Uncle Tilly,
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. It was in 1981.
Lloyd Noel and Leslie P are no longer with us. So
91, 2001, 2011, like 30, almost 40 years on Uncle Tilly. Happy anniversary, sir.
Happy arrest anniversary.
And you remain a strong and determined politician up to this time.
Until you're ready to take over the
NDC until you're ready to take over the NDC again. And I'm rooting for you, boss. Yeah, you're much better than the one that day again and that's running mode. Uncle Tilly!
Uncle Tilly, that is the man.
Yes, Uncle Tilly is the man.
37 years ago.
37
years ago, yeah. 37 years ago. That's wow, that's a long time.
So that means revolution would have been 39 years.
Yeah. That children who were born back then, that is grandparents now, according to the last caller.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the last caller is making a point too. But the thing is that even if the young parents were taught properly as children, they would know and be able to pass on that proper training to their children.
Yeah.
So it has to start somewhere. And I think some of that social responsibility, some of that national responsibility has to take place within that school system on an individual basis. Whether it's we're not going to just throw paper all over the place and have paper fight and drop things on the ground and eat lunch in the classroom and with food fall and you leave it there and all that sort of thing because it have somebody there to clean it. Because when they get big and they leave the school system and they're in town and they go and they sit down behind the cruise ship terminal there and the bus terminal and they eat and they drop the thing on the ground, they go say, he have people to clean that.
Yeah.
That's the attitude.
Create
or
employment.
they walking in town and you make a corner by farm and garden and they was eating a banana or they eating a mango or whatever. Or they come out and eat the KFC and they have the box in there and they throw it in the drain and say, it have people to clean that. Yeah. Or they coming over the granite tank. But not on Rex bus, not on Ram bus, not on Crystal bus, not on Fluffy bus.
Yeah, most of the bus they can't eat.
They can't try that thing and they go in and throw thing in it. Boy, Fluffy and them stopping and make you pick that up, boy.
Yeah, they can't.
You can't try that with Rex and Fluffy and Desmond
and Crystal and Stanley and them fellas and
Stanley and them stopping and make you go and pick up that.
You can't do that.
Fling out. If they don't see, they don't see. But other than that.
These are the rules that they apply every day, so they must ensure that the routes are clean. That's visible to them, you know. And then it's again, you're destroying the environment, especially Granny Tang, using Granny Tang as a haven for all sorts of things, just flinging. And a lot of
the social responsibility, because if you know that your punishment for littering, apart from paying a fine, might be to go and clean the area, you ain't looking to do that.
Nope.
You ain't looking to do that.
So that's why I'm in support of the government trying to, the litter wardens and so. Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Sheldon, man, I could tell you something, man. That man is a hero, You see Uncle Tilly? Uncle Tilly is a true hero, man. And Uncle Tilly is a very proud man. You know what I like about him? He have love for everybody. Uncle Tilly don't have no enemy. And them guys think when they get rid of Uncle Tilly, they will control the NDC. But they throw it off until you so they throw their own self. My brother have a good man, the program strong and nice. God bless you, man.
Uncle Tilly.
That is the man. Me and NDC, they go deal with the thing on their own.
Yeah, they go deal with the business.
Not Sheldon to deal with the thing with them. Let them deal with their business.
Oh my God.
But they did 37 years ago, man. Yeah, 37 years ago. Happy anniversary, Uncle Tilly. Happy RS anniversary.
Yeah, and it's reflection time, for him.
But would have been a difficult time. Thinking of it, would have been a difficult time, not just for the individuals, but consider for their families, their wives, and their children, and so it would have been a difficult time for their families. With the chief person, the breadwinner, basically in the home, being taken into custody, and for another 2.5 years or so. So Lloyd Noel was the former Attorney General of the Revolution.
Another 3 years.
Being picked up along with so on. That would have been a hard one for the families. Definitely a hard one.
Freedom of expression. They were called counter-revolutionaries. Based on their actions.
440-7377. You can call in. Yes, you can call into the program if you so desire. You're allowed to call in. Gertrude Protein also acted as a speechwriter for Uncle.
For Uncle G, Gertrude Protein, That name was always ringing around Gary. Anytime you hear Uncle Gary to make a speech or on going up, you always hear Gut Protein.
A lady who has done and continues to do an excellent job within the public service right now. Lakeisha Alexander Grant. We can't talk about woman and you don't mention Kish. We must mention her.
A young woman who has, a wealth of experience.
That's why they used to attack her so, because they're afraid she capability. And now she has shifted from one area into another area again to provide service to the people of Grenada. And we have our next woman that come in now, Philomena Robertson. So she has come in now. She another capable lady again. When you look at that ministerial complex, there's a lot of ladies working inside there.
Women has dominated the leadership positions within the ministry structure over the last years. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, Sheldon. What's going on, man? It's Vaughn, man. I just feeling you up.
Hey, man.
Yes, man. Good morning.
I'm everything good, man. Cool? For the time being, bro. How things
going
on?
I'll be out of the country for a little while.
Oh, you're heading out on us, man?
Yeah.
So who go take care of them pipe on the bus?
Boy, you have guys there, man. You're not more man. Well, that's a very good program, very good topic that you guys, remembering everybody that who did so much of good things and still doing good things for the country.
Yeah, man.
Especially for not even the country alone, all over the island, the Caribbean, That's good. Thank God for that,
All right, my brother.
All right, my friend.
Thank you so very much.
Take care.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
And don't think we've got to say Mia Motley's a Grenadian too.
Yeah, she have Grenadian roots.
Yeah.
You know, right at the bottom of the Prime Minister's residence, that area there is called Motley Hill. That little hill leading from Decol gas station to come up right underneath the Prime Minister's residence.
Yeah. Motley Hill.
Motley Hill. You know, so just for what it's worth, I just mention it.
Yeah, just Motley Hill, eh?
Yeah,
That's
just
the name
Motley
of it.
Hill, yes.
Yeah, Mia Motley, Motley Hill, eh? Right, nice. Just that you know, right. 4407377. That's 44073. You know, even when you look at different fields of endeavor as well, and then you have some women who you may not hear much about, but they were always the ones behind there, whether it's in business, and they were there giving that support to the husbands and that sort of thing. For instance, if you're speaking about the Taylor family with Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And right now you have the daughters and them.
The daughters.
They're
right,
handling scenes. Yeah. And you have the mom who I show I'm listening right now, Mrs. Taylor and so on.
Mr. Taylor was that's one, but this man was a sweet man. I mean, words
sweet as the soft drink.
Yes, sweet as the soft drink. That man was so accommodating to people. I mean, it was
you know something, eh? If they were a different type of people, they could have cashed out for loads of money and just forget everybody in Grenada, you know. Coca-Cola actually offered to buy them out because, you know, they actually own the factory, and Coca-Cola offered to buy them out. And so they were doing that throughout the region. All the companies and so on that own the Coca-Cola franchise, the rights to produce the Coca-Cola, they were buying them out and then trying to centralize in Trinidad for the entire Southern Caribbean. Trinidad would sell for everybody to produce all in Trinidad and send to the other islands. And I think it was either Jamaica or Puerto Rico, somewhere for the Northern Caribbean. And they refused. They refused. They say, okay, well, we lose the right to produce Coca-Cola, but we're going to just produce other soft drink and supply the Grenadian market. Just it ain't going to name Coca-Cola, but we will provide other things. So no Coca-Cola, no Sprite, no Fanta, but we can produce the other stuff.
Amazing.
You know, Coca-Cola to come back to them.
Yeah. But, but amazingly.
They could have just forget that and get rid of all the Grenadian jobs that they have there right now. So the Taylor family, I don't think that's getting enough praise. Eh?
But not only that, you only speak of one part of that history. In 1981, that's when Sandy Taylor, the father, he took over that particular franchise, the soft drink franchise from W. Julian, because he was part of the whole W. Julian thing based on family, and he took over, right, and named. That's when the Grenada Bottling Company, the name changed during the revolution, and he was at the helm. So from then he was determined to keep that franchise in Grenada to provide the much needed employment from way back when. His daughters and so they continue in legacy.
And the thing is, if they had done what Coca-Cola wanted to do, they would have just sell the company to Coca-Cola.
And there would be no more.
Then all Coca-Cola would have need basically would have been the storeroom.
The storeroom and
less,
some
not
van,
even all the truck
transport.
drivers. So they'd have closed down the factory itself. Not a bottle or anything would have been produced here.
Nope.
Would have been produced in Trinidad. They sent it up by a boat. And in fact, they might not even use the storeroom because it might have reached, and just from some trucks, they just go to the different locations. And that would have been the end of all the jobs that they are there right now.
So you look at the whole 30, 40 jobs being saved just by that action alone.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola still had to come back to them.
Exactly.
Coca-Cola realized, boy, we can't buy out them people, boy. We had to go back.
So kudos again to another company led by a strong woman, right?
What about the people, the quiet people in the background you don't hear much about as women? Like, for instance, Honorable Peter David's deceased mother.
Yeah.
The nice, quiet people behind there. And
she was a rock behind
who would
Mr.
make sure that
David.
they, you know, there and they give the advice and they do all that kind of thing, and they're behind the scenes with a nice ice cream. Behind the scenes and making sure everything is done. But who you may not really hear about much and that kind of thing. Behind a lot of the families here, you know.
Strong women.
I still don't know how some women able to do that. That's why I think, Doc, right now we have a woman as the PS in the Ministry of Finance, and amazing things are happening right now. Anytime you're ready to shift from that, I think you might have to look at a lady again.
Women,
Minister of Finance.
There's fine money, you know.
But give a woman $300.
You think it's a
and the amount of groceries that woman coming back here on you send a man
they're good.
By the time I go that, I might come back with a bottle of breeze and a bleach. I think you get a woman $300. You see groceries for so.
Women are better managers when it comes to like economic matters, and so I think generally they definitely manage better. They concern of more things that most men overlook. You understand? And eventually will affect us down the road.
You see, that's why I never used to like to go to shop with like my sister and so on.
I hate that.
Because they would go to a store and see something that they're looking for, and they ask the price and they're given the price. Let's say the price is $19.99. And they say, okay, nice and thing, and they walk out. They say, let me just walk around. And they'll check 20 more stores.
Looking for a cheaper price.
Looking for a cheaper price for the thing that is $19.99. And had to come back to the same store that you went in first to buy the same thing for $19.99. That's annoying me. I can't take it.
That's women for you.
I had to walk the whole of St. George's. No. I ain't taking place.
Women will go and look at all the sausages and the sardines and the corned beef and look at the different price of the brand.
Men tend to be more impulsive buyers.
Just
we walk in, it might be, that is corned beef. That you want to see. I see the one like that home.
Let's take that.
You ain't check the price, it might have corned beef next to that cheaper by $1. But you just, that's the one I see home.
We don't even have to check expiry dates as to most men.
We walk in and we check, we're looking for ketchup, we just pick up ketchup.
Okay.
You might have ketchup that is side that's 75 cents cheaper.
Exactly.
Also, as man.
I see Heinz, boy.
Yeah.
Oops, take it.
That's the ketchup I custom see my mother and everybody use.
Exactly.
That you want to know. You pick it up, you throw it in a thing and you're gone.
They don't care about the price.
Price?
In expiry date, I see men go and shop and pick up expiry.
But blaming the place that's selling the expiry date.
You have to blame them.
Because you ain't supposed to have to check for expiry date when you go in them place. Them supposed to check.
You're not supposed to.
But you have to sell.
But that won't pass a woman.
No.
A woman look at the price and the contents. She'll pick up a tin of corned beef and look at the details. She can't read the Spanish, but she's looking at the...
So you say a female minister of finance?
Yeah, eventually we'll have a female minister of finance. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because how some women does make it, I mean, sometimes they
ring the dollar.
That dollar, you know. When they say ring the dollar.
They ring the dollar. Well, they can't ring the dollar no more. It's a silver dollar we have.
No, but they're ringing that too. Them women and them good into the ringing that.
No, but women are very, especially women who are housewives.
Cheers to the females.
Cheers to the female. Housewives, they take care of their business. And men, we have to be proud of the women who take care of their business. And yeah, we know you have women who definitely play the fool. And so when you're supposed to be home doing what they're doing, and so they on the street either looking to do the nails every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, the week more important than school books.
Than school books, or going to their children orientation and so on, registration at the beginning of the term, or collect their report. I mean, there are all types of women, but kudos to the majority of women.
Because it's all type of man too, eh?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, all types, so hey. But we delegate this to the women.
Let me say this though, those of you that could buy school books, go and buy them, I mean, buy them if you could, buy them.
Buy them if you can.
I know, for instance, I got my son's school book list about 2 weeks ago. So I went in 2 weeks ago, brought in the school. Unfortunately, they didn't have all the books yet, so I'll have to go back. But me, I want to go back when it's a million thing early and get out of the way. And not only that, then you can spend the time with your child during this summer vacation.
Going through the books.
Exactly. Give them a little head start. So during the summer vacation, you can go over different lessons within the book with your child, especially when it comes to things like social studies, geography, and all these areas.
History. Or the math and English.
If they've been having a problem with the math and English, it's a perfect opportunity. Get the book early. Don't let it be that the first time they open that book is in September, when they go back to school. As the first time the book opening, the book open, like if it's a coffin door in a old vampire movie.
And they both say, what your new book is?
Yeah, don't let it open like that.
No.
Let them go through the books from now.
Yeah.
So by the time they get to school, after a class, there may be a section that they are not clear on. They can go to their teacher and say to the teacher, Miss or Sir, I was going over some work here, and this particular area I don't fully understand. Can you explain it to me? I used to do it when I was a child and going to school too. I used to go over my books from July going right back. My father didn't used to make joke with school books. That's one thing. This man used to buy books. Soon as he get a lesson in hand, he used to just leave the house and go, unless it's night time. That time he can't buy. But during the day, he go in and buy books. And I always spend time with the books before. So by the time school opens in September, I would be 3 and 4 months in front of the majority of the other students who didn't take the time to go over their books. And if there was a particular area I did not understand, I would go to the teacher after class and say, Sir or Miss, I was going through and I don't understand understand this. Can you explain it for me, please, or show me how this works also? Because I used to do physics and chemistry and those kind of things. Could you explain this part to me? Or could you guide me in the right direction of to understand that? And it always helped. That's why you keep an average of 80-something and 90-something. That's how you do that. So don't just leave it up to your children and think they're just naturally bright and they're just naturally brilliant.
They need assistance.
Yeah,
too.
they need assistance.
And you know, importantly too, we have different households and so that may have 3-4 children at different stages. I'm appealing to those elder ones who have just finished secondary schools or who are in the higher form. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, my friend.
And pleasant morning to your listening audience. Now, let me quickly say here. Now, Devon, you and Mr. Scott, I mean, I thought as brothers in the struggle, you know, what good for the goose, good for the gander. I mean, I see myself as somebody, as a patriotic Grenadian that is interested, you know, in the growth and development of my country and my people. But they say I'm an activist. I want to NNP activist. I want to know if NNP activists does get paid, or you please put me on the payroll.
Now, I'll take your proper name and I'll go organize.
All right. Now, the question I'm asking here this morning, as we're speaking about women, how come this government have been able to harness the strength and ability of our women? They continue to maximize the full potential of our females, whilst the other side have yet to start. Why? Just look at how many women ran for the NNP and win the seat, while the other side share the notion that women are from making babies and taking care of the housework, not working side by side with the men. They believe behind every successful man is a woman. Not whilst the NNP under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell believe that besides every successful man is his woman. Gentlemen, have a pleasant day.
Right, my brother.
Have a wonderful day, my friend.
And we can say behind this very successful man, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, the most successful Prime Minister in Grenadian history, who will be leaving a serious legacy anytime he decides that is it. Yeah? Nobody can take the legacy from him. They can't. Yeah? His legacy will always be a positive one for the people of Grenada. That he has always had a wonderful team of women. Yeah? Whether it's people like Mrs. Mitchell and Mrs. Mitchell, Mrs. Marietta Mitchell and Mrs. Muriel Mitchell, whether it is on the family side or his sister, who I know is listening right now. Good afternoon to you. Well, no, it's still morning. Yeah. Good morning to you. Yeah? Or within the cabinet or in the party, we spoke about people like Miss Felix and Maxan and Miss Marcella Campbell. And so within the party structure, within the parliament structure, so people like Miss Leslie and Sion, and you have Honorable Yolande Bain Hosford and Honorable Emlyn Pierre and Honorable Kindra Matthew Stewart, young Kate, Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. You've had Honorable Clarice Charles, Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen, the Lioness. Outside of there, within the government structure as well as PSs. Yeah? CAPSEC. At the time, I think Mrs. Elizabeth Greenwich was the CAPSEC. Yeah? So you had women as a cabinet secretary and so on. So he's always had women behind him, and that's why he has been successful. So the only thing we asking the boss, we saying, boss, when you're tinkling and you're considering, look at a female as Minister of Finance.
Yeah. It's about time.
Them women and them will find ways of doing things.
Cut spending and lick up. You know, we men like to waste. We like to waste.
Did we? I can't ever remember us having a female as the PS in finance before now. Maybe I'm wrong, but I cannot remember there ever being a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance who was female.
Not that I can recall.
Until now.
Yeah, until now. Mm-hmm. I was making a point earlier on about the children and the school books and so. Those of the young ones who have reached the Form 4s and the 5s and may have going to Tam CC or just leave school, right, starting to work or whatever, a responsibility I want to put on you is to assist the younger ones. Now, you have a lot of young mothers and young fathers who may not have the opportunity to have finished school, but they ensure that their children went on to finish school. And so they may not have the ability to teach or to pass on certain knowledge. That is where some of you elder children, the teenagers, comes in to help in the homework and so on, the preparation of the younger ones for school. Right? They depend on you. The mothers and the fathers depend on you because you are more refreshed than them. Right? So you can assist. I'm appealing to all of you over this holiday season, and so you have a younger brother or a niece or a nephew, and so pull them aside and try to help them, to understand and to do more, right, before the beginning of school. Make it easier for them, right, and for the mothers and fathers who may not have had the opportunity or even have the ability to communicate and so with the young ones. Right?
We all you feel all you get me into that debate are not. Don't message me and tell me nothing about that. I'm not getting into that debate. About who sing what and thing. I'm not. I'm not. Because I think at times we like to major in minors too much. Because all you talking, I go be looking to see if I see all your face when the steel pan is playing in panorama. A lot of people like to jump up on an issue and so on. And no, the aspect I'm looking at is the steel pan, because an unfair accusation has been made, in my view, on an individual. All the side things about sexuality and so, that's another total issue itself. But if you're focusing on the issue of steel pan, I think an unfair thing has been done. Let me say this to you. And we have to understand that, and I'm not going to go deeply into it. As I say, I'm not getting drawn into this entire thing. If I am running a business, if I'm running any business, and I realize that I have a particular product, let's say the product is this cup, Devon. So that is what I'm selling, different things, but I realize that this cup ain't selling. All how I try to sell it, it ain't selling. It is my responsibility to make a certain decision, and one decision is I stop selling that cup, or I do something to make that cup more sellable. Either I try to market it differently, or I improve it, I put another handle on the other side, or I paint a nice pretty face on it, or some kind of thing. I market it differently. I do something else to try and sell that product. If after I do all of that, the product still can't sell, I have a business decision to make. Because buying it and keeping it there is going to be costing me money. If I just have a set of this cup on the shelf and it's not selling, that's what you call dead money, isn't it? Because it ain't bringing back in any money for me, but I'm pouring money into it. And the money that I'm pouring into that, I could have been putting into other areas that are bringing back money into the business, because it is a business that I am running.
Profit is the bottom line.
That's what you're into business for, profit. Not because you want people like you, not because you're in for a friend, but at the end of the day, you're doing that because you have to sell a product to make money. Yeah? So when people are making an accusation and saying people don't like something or they don't like something, remember that the individual might be being paid to sell a product. And as such, they have to make a decision. If the product isn't selling, or if the product needs to be refined or redone, that's the entire thing, And that's why it's not that somebody likes something or they don't like something. So because this product isn't selling, it means I don't like it if I pull it off the shelf. No, it doesn't mean that. That might be the one I like the most. That might be the first thing I ever started selling. It might be the product that I have the most love for. But a business decision has to be made in relation to the entire thing. Who have ears go here, and who have understanding go understand exactly what I'm talking about. Nice? Good? Nice. That's without getting into this discussion about who say what and how they say it and all kind of thing.
Women in Carnival, women in Kaiso.
Helen Marie.
Powerful
year,
women in Carnival.
Helen Marie, Elantra. Every year Helen Marie is bringing out a band. Every year.
Consistent.
I can't even say for how much years because I don't know for how much years. But it's a lot of years.
A lot of years. A lot of years.
Yeah. Peter Wayne wife.
Peter Wayne, she has been on the side of our husband. Like
sometimes you hear one name in front but the name behind that you ain't does be
Exactly.
doing a real work
The
that
poorhouse. Morning to you, Nola Bain, and how you doing this
Yeah.
morning? Proud grandma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have all. Yes, boy, that lady nice, boy.
Oh,
Boy, that
she's
lady
sweet.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah, boy, that lady real nice.
One of
So
very
you
few
have-
women here that's, you know.
So you have the ladies who does be in the background there and does be doing a lot of work.
Women in Kaiso. Lady Cinti.
Boy, Lady
First,
Cheryl.
first woman Calypso monarch.
Lady Cheryl.
Cinti.
Right, you mentioned Cindy. So Lady Cheryl.
After, yeah.
Super Terry.
Super Terry.
Let me see, going back there. Oh boy, is Lady
There-
Beginner? Lady Beginner.
Yes, Beginner. There are another woman Calypsonian name.
Whatever happened to Pet?
I don't know that, honestly.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I know what happened to Pet. You say here Pet and Pet and then Pet disappear.
Yeah, not much female
Pamela
Calypsonian.
Courtney.
Yes.
Calypso Monarch.
Yes.
Akima.
Akima Paul.
Yeah,
Akima
she
Paul,
recently got some
Lambert.
thing or the other. Yeah, she former Calypso Monarch,
Yeah.
former Island Scholar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And everything. Now she is
I saw she did go for Carnival Queen that year. She did win.
Yeah, she a win too.
Yeah. So that and then right now you have people like Laura Lisa Valley, Coco, Lulu, all these people who are into the Calypso fraternity right now, and the ladies are holding their own. They ain't easy and they holding their own. But Devon, you know what happened to us? We out of time. Folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been a wonderful one being here with you. But just remember, if you have the responsibility to run a business and there is a product on your shelf that is not selling, everybody talking about the product, but nobody ain't coming and buy it, you as a business owner have a responsibility. It's not that you don't like the product. It's not that you hate the product. It is that you have to make a business decision to save the whole business overall. If to pull that product from the shelf, or if to reformat that product and repackage it and put it back on the shelf, you have a decision to make.
Something got to be done.
So that don't mean you don't like the product. That don't mean you don't like the product. That means that you have a business decision to make. I had to say that for what it's worth.
Hey, it's worth a lot.
For what it is worth.
And that apply to basically to life.
Yeah, because as soon as you say something one direction or the other, in the present debate that's taking place on social media and all over, people have all kind of accusations to make about you and either your sexuality or this and that. And before I had to sue some people for stupidity, I better stay out of that discussion. I ain't want her to sue nobody for their own stupidity because I ain't think they could pay me. Nice.
I ain't no phone, I ain't no WhatsApp, Facebook, nothing. So I out of that discussion right now that's going on.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry, my gear phone, you never know. All right, nice. Yeah, we go phone for you, folks. That's all the time we have for our talk today. As we said, we're heading out of here. It's been wonderful being here with you.
Quiet
and
morning,
of course, well, quiet in the sense that you have to understand, election done, and people kind of judging things on, election time, and after election, no, during election time, there are places to go, there are things to do, people up and down, and they're moving and all kind of things. So you're going to see what looks like more activity always before election. Because whether it's the ruling party or the other parties, they're going to be having things, they're going to be doing things, they're going to be buying services, they're going to be doing things. But when the election finishes, that aspect of things finish, the place look different because it would calm down and get quiet again.
And hey, Calypsonians, you have an invitation to show up.
Actually, next week we're gonna have Rootsman in studio with us. Next week, Wednesday, we will be having Rootsman Kelly God's willing in studio with us. So, folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been wonderful being here. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. Do enjoy the rest of your day today, and whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you.
And not about you.
Yeah, we're gonna head out with a tune by Burbis today, man. Yeah, we take a nice little Burbis song.